This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
Ranching is all that my family's known. We're fifth generation to be on this ranch. Our cattle are not just our livelihood, but they're our life. From day one, surrounding ranchers from the surrounding communities were here helping. I would say on average we probably had 50 to 75 people here a day extra that just showed up. And if they hadn't just shown up, we would still be looking for cattle and burying them right now. The night of the fire, some of our good friends from Buckland came down. They took our 4-H calves, they took our horses home, and they cared for them for 2 weeks. The mother and daughter that were taking care of our calves sent pictures of them every day. They haltered them. They treated them just like they were their own. And also during that first week, we had 11 bottle calves that community members were coming out and taking care of every day. And a company from somewhere in the Colby, Kansas area came in and took all of our bottle calves back. Not only did they take them back to care for them, they sent pictures the next day. The guy had pictures of all the calves lined up in their little huts eating bottles, and they still had our tags in them, and we knew they were theirs. And I guess from our perspective, they were taking in all of these calves, giving of their time to do this, and then they took the time to send us a picture, and that just was so special. We've had so many people reach out to us with really, really wonderful, neat, thoughtful things. One of the most special ones was the R.A. Brown Ranch got together with Mr. Brown and his church. 50 people got together. They bought 5 deep freezes. They filled them with homemade casseroles and desserts, put notes of encouragement on each item, and brought them up to Kansas. They're friends with Mark and Eva Gardner, and Eva and her son Quana came with him. They lost their home. They lost just as many cattle as we did, and they took time out of their day to come out here and bring one of those freezers to our family. It meant so much, and it actually happened on a day that we were getting ready to go to Dodge and buy a freezer because we couldn't eat all the food that was coming in, and all of our freezers were full. So it was just this random act of kindness that we cannot wait to pay forward. Friday on St. Patrick's Day, it was my son Ethan's 8th birthday. It was kind of a downtime that we had. Lots of the friends that had been helping us were able to come and eat supper with us and just relax a little bit. And one of those people that came was Sandra Levery, and she had had friends from out of state send things for our family. It was a whole truckload full of toiletry items and paper goods and food, and along in the piles that we were ringing in the house was a happy birthday banner. And I just thought that was probably something Sandra threw in because she's a very thoughtful person. And she put the flag up on our basketball goal for the night. I never thought to thank her for it. I just, in the commotion of things, didn't ask her about it. And then I saw a Facebook post of it the next morning. Well, what it turns out was the family that had sent all of those items, that had been their family's birthday banner for 20 years. They randomly threw it in, not knowing that anybody would be celebrating a birthday, and sent it to our family. And it was one of those goosebump, gives you chills, God moments.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways. Of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at kfrm.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app, or on AGam in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, tune us in. You'll be glad you did.